Hello and welcome to Meet the Expert. Now today we have the wonderful Ceza Ouzounian from ceza.co.uk who will be telling us all about her delightful journey into fitness and giving us some really lovely tips and tools to take with us into our everyday life. So stay tuned and I will see you on the other side.
I feel you, I want you, I know your touch is all I need. I'm waiting, you're shining,
Hello and welcome to another episode of Meet the Expert. Now, every Friday, we bring you transformational leaders all across the health and wellness industry to bring you their transformational stories, uplifting tips, advice, and just loads of goodies for you, the listeners, to take away with you. Now, today, I'm really excited. I have a lovely lady on called Ceza Ouzounian. I hope I said that right. She is a wonderful, wonderful lady. So, Ceza, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Now, Ceza is a women's empowerment coach. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. Ceza is passionate about enabling women to be more confident in how they feel about themselves. She is one of the founding 16 EAM mentors in the world in the energy alignment method, and she is an international health and fitness mentor. She has worked with more than 10,000 people through her Pilates and burlesque exercise classes in the last 3 years. Ceza has spoken at national networking groups, featured in Global Women's Magazine, and had articles published in leading sports and fitness blogs. So Ceza, I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being on Meet the Expert today. Now, what we're all... Sorry, there's a bit of a time lag on the recording, so I do apologise if I'm still talking. So Ceza, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the call. I'm excited to be on.
Oh, it's delightful to have you here. Now, we just want to hear, working with over 10,000 women in 3 years, that's incredible. And I know the work you do and the transformations that you bring to other people's lives. But what about you? What's brought you to be where you are today?
Okay. Well, let me start at the beginning. I did engineering at uni, which is very different to what I'm doing right now.
Oh, wow.
When I was at school, I picked a degree that was likely to get me a job and money and everything that you need. And so once I graduated, I couldn't find a job for about 6 years, and I applied for every engineering job. And then I got to a point where a really low point in my life, and I decided that actually I'm going to go after what I want to do, which at the time was, I always wanted to do acting. And that's when I thought, I have nothing to lose. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And that's when everything changed. So I did my acting course. And while I was studying, I went to Pilates classes, and the instructor there said, why don't you do your qualification and help me teach? And as I love Pilates and fitness, it just seemed like a natural progression. And that's how I got into the fitness side of it. And I did bell exercise training as well. And what I really love about that is you can see so the people who come to my class, you can see how their bodies are changing. And that feels really great for me. And then I discovered EAM, and that was kind of a natural progression to that, because again, it's all about transforming your life and actually going after what you want. So yeah.
Wow. So how did you find the transition from going from what you thought you should be doing, like in the engineering, in the structured corporate world, to, actually stepping out on your own and doing something that felt good?
It was quite scary because to turn around and tell my parents, you know what, I'm going to forget the engineering and go and do acting. It was it was scary. And actually I applied for the acting school I wanted to go to first. And then I told them when I got in. And it took a while before I said to friends and family as well, because, well, I get one guy on the course who is gay said it's just like coming out about being gay. So it's quite like, because it's very different, and all my friends and family are all academic, so it was scary, but actually I felt much happier doing what I wanted to do. Yeah, so that's that's the most important bit.
That's brilliant. That must have been really scary.
Yeah, but everyone slowly comes down to it.
Yeah, they do. But I think to make that initial leap, because I went from a corporate world to, being self-employed, and it is really scary. But sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and follow that passion, so it feels good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So, sorry, I'm a bit brain dead right now. So, with your fitness and your EAM, what sort of things do you do for your clients? Do you run classes, or do you have programs, packages?
So I do Pilates and ball exercise classes in Glasgow. I also do one-to-one Pilates sessions, which I can do either in person or I can do online. With EAM, I do either one, so I can do sessions online, or in person. So either they're a block of sessions, or if they want a VIP day, which is about 4 or 5 hours to really get into the nitty-gritty. And I have my program launching soon, Unleash Your Wonder Woman, which is which is taking into account, so it takes into fitness and body confidence and the EAM, and it's about unleashing your Wonder Woman so that you are living an authentic life, living true to who you are and who you want to be, and not caring about anyone else. No, not in a bad way. But I mean, like, you're putting yourself first and not worrying what anyone else thinks.
I think, like, knowing from my own experiences and people that I work with, there's a lot of women out there who don't necessarily, what's the word, I don't know, maybe accept themselves enough or have enough knowledge that if they actually took that leap and started caring for themselves and using fitness, that they can really up-level their life and their own limiting beliefs. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, in my classes, you see there's a lot of mums who come, and sometimes you get the impression not that they put themselves last, but the kids come first and the husband comes first and work comes first, and I don't know, home chores and cooking and everything seems to come first. And then they're like, okay, now I have time for myself, but often they don't. And it's getting the message, actually, you need to take care of yourself, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to do anything else. Taking care of your body and your mental health, and it's just so important. And it's not selfish.
That's so true.
Yeah, it's not selfish. It's about looking after yourself so you can then look after whoever you want to look after. Yeah, that's so true. And I know this from my own experiences of, when you become a mum and you're a caregiver and you're constantly giving and giving and giving. And even now I'll be like, I am doing some yoga later, I am doing my fitness, and then I get in bed and it's like, oh,
haven't done anything for me again. And it really does have that impactful, the energy around it really does affect you.
Yeah, it does. Because then sometimes from talking to moms, they get to a point where I feel like they're doing everything for everyone else and then not getting a chance to be who they are, or they're just mum, but they're not who they are. And actually that's really important, because you're not just mum. You are mum, but you're also whoever you are, and you've got to, you know, do things that make you happy. And if you're happy, then you can be happy for your kids or for your husband or whoever.
Yeah, that's so true. So I remember when, after I had my breakdown, I remember sitting there saying to my husband, I don't know who I am. You know, I'm a mum and I'm a wife and all of these things. And he said to me, he says, they're just roles that you play. And it's about connecting to who you are. So what you love, what you like. And, you know, I know, because I love fitness, you know, when you actually open up and allow yourself that time and space to move your body and just be you and bring yourself back into you and connect to yourself, it's life-changing.
Yeah, exactly. And your kids are going to pick up on that, because they're going to see this more real, happy person rather than a stressed out mum.
And they follow you as well, because they're like, kids are miniature sponges, so they will just follow you whatever you're doing. So like me and my husband are quite into fitness. We've got a weight bench at the moment, so the two older boys are like, yeah, Dad, I'm going to lift some iron. They're really into it now.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, it is good, because like they do follow you. So if you're a mum out there that's like not taking your time for yourself and you're running around doing everything for everyone else, just remember your kids are watching you, and they will follow suit of nurturing their own body when they see you nurturing your body too.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true. They're just going to follow your example. So yeah.
So what's the sort of, apart from mums and that, what are the sort of clientele that you work with? Do you have a specific, you know, is it just stressed out mums, or is it people that are, you know, really struggling?
It's quite a varied group of people. So it's not just mums. I have I'm just thinking recently, so I've had quite a few students come into class. So, you know, they've just come up to Glasgow, or they've just gone to uni, or they're actually working at the university as a, I don't know, admin or lecturer or whatever. So it's about just taking time out from uni and getting fit and looking after themselves. And I also have people who are so maybe in their 50s and 60s. So if they have children, the children have left home, and they want to look after themselves, because obviously they're getting older and the body's not as mobile or as flexible or as strong. So it's about taking care of themselves so that they can age with their body at the best place that it can be. And with the EAM side of things, again, it's not just women, it's a mix of women and men of all ages. So yeah, it's quite a varied group.
So would you say it's you know, there's never a time in life that you cannot start fitness? There's, you know, this age thing is just it's a limit up here, but not physically.
Absolutely. Especially with something like Pilates, which is, it works you hard, but it's not high impact or high intensity. So, you know, I have people in my classes who are in their 80s doing it, and you can start.
Wow.
Not just that, but like any fitness, you can start at any age, as long as you are paying attention to your body and you're aware of what's happening so that you don't injure yourself. and go at your own pace. And yeah, age is just a number. Joseph Pilates was doing Pilates until he was in his 80s, until he died. So it is just a number. And I've had people in my class who are in their 20s who aren't as fit as someone who's in their 60s. So, you know, anyone can be fit.
Wow. Anyone can be fit. Just get up and make a choice to start doing it.
Exactly. Just start.
Yeah. To be honest, I love Pilates. I got into Pilates when I was pregnant with my second child, because I suffered a back injury after I came out of the army, and I was pregnant with my first, because I went from such extreme fitness. I was so fit, and then because I'd lost a baby like before, and then having Alfie, I was too scared to do anything because I was still holding all that emotional stuff. So I literally did nothing. So my body just went, bleh. And I ended up in intense physio for maybe nearly 2 years. And that's how I got into Pilates, and seeing the transformation it made in my own body was phenomenal, especially after putting 4.5 stone on from having Alfie.
Yeah, Pilates is so good for just core stability and protecting your back, but also making you aware of your body and then bringing everything back into alignment. And then it's also really good at making your weaker side stronger, so that your body becomes more equal, like even in its strength.
Yes, brings balance on all levels.
Yes, yeah.
And Pilates can be done by anyone, anywhere.
Yes.
You do it in the comfort of your home if you've got the right, what do you call it? Videos.
Yeah.
What are they called? YouTube things.
You can do.
Yeah, videos. But would you recommend people to come and see someone like yourself who, you know, could really watch their alignment and check they're doing the right form and everything?
Yeah, because Pilates is all about precision and having the right form. So sometimes, even if you are an advanced student, you're not always 100% sure where your body is, whereas an instructor can come around and correct you. Sometimes it's literally like a centimeter correction.
Yeah.
You're not going to necessarily feel that yourself. Or an instructor can point things out to you, or make sure you get the technique right before you go home and do the videos, for instance. It just gives you that extra support to make sure you're doing it right and you're using the right muscles, and just to make sure the technique is right before you apply it.
Wonderful. Excellent, Ceza. We're going to stop and have a quick break. So we will be back with you after the break. So please stay tuned, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side.
Hello and welcome to the Pure Transformation University members area.
You can put some joy up on my face, pour sunshine in an empty place. Take me to turn 2, and babe, I'll make you stay. Oh, I can ease you of your pain, feel you give me love again. Round and round we go, each time I hear you say, this is the rhythm of the night, oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night, oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night, oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night, oh yeah. Teach me how to live and learn. There'll be nothing left for me to yearn. Think of me and burn, and let me hold your hand. I don't wanna face warning tears. Please think again, I'm on my knees. Sing that song to me, no reason to repent. This is the rhythm of the night, oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night.
If you want to get yourself in front of our audience, then this could be your ad right here, right now. You will be able to get your message out to thousands of people within our marketplace. And if you don't have a video ad, we'll help you produce that too. It can be hard in this industry getting your message out to the right people in a place where they're going to have the time and space to listen to what you have to say. But this platform gives you the opportunity to do just that. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started right now. Email martin@everychance.net or contact us via one of our social profiles, and we'll get back to you right away with a way that you can get in front of thousands of people in this space, and we'll put our production team behind your next success.
Hello and welcome back to Meet the Expert, where we have the wonderful Ceza Ouzounian from Ceza.co.uk. Now, Ceza is a leading empowerment coach for women and fitness instructor, and it's been wonderful speaking to her. So, Ceza, welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, we've just been having a little chat in the break, and we were just speaking about the effects of sitting down and the effect it has on your back and your psoas muscle and your hip flexors. Do you have any good advice to give our listeners?
Yeah, if you spend a lot of time sitting down, I would suggest making sure you regularly get up and have a little walk around, just stretch out the muscles. The hip flexors get tight, so if you so there's lots of stretches you can do to just stretch out the front of the body, stretch out the hip flexors. There's so many, I don't know where to start. So you could do something like the shoulder bridge, if you're unsure what that is, there's loads of, you can find it easily online, but it's about lying down on your back with your feet, with your legs bent and your feet down, and slowly peeling your spine and your bum off the ground so that you're stretching out the front of your body. And that's really nice just to stretch out. It's also really good for strengthening your glutes. So as you're lifting and lowering, you're squeezing your glutes, which is, again, a lot of people have weak glutes and tight hip flexors. So it's really good to strengthen the glutes.
So that to arch your back like that.
Yeah, so your head and shoulders stay down. And so you end up in like if this is your legs up to your knees, and then it comes down in a straight line to your shoulders, which stays on the ground. And so you lift and lower. And if you, so I was just going to say, if you concentrate, as you go up, you tilt the pelvis back and then peel the spine off one vertebra at a time. And then as you come down one vertebra at a time, because then that will get the spine moving and flexible. So that is not just stiffening up. That's a really good exercise.
Slow, steady movements.
Yeah, and really focus on using your glutes and just stretching out the front of the body. And then there's lots of other stretches you can do for the hip flexors, like the runner's lunge, where you can... Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was just thinking, so if there's anybody here that actually works in an office that's not able to go and lie down and do that exercise, do you have anything for more, office-based people that can't just go lay on the floor?
I'm just thinking, what can you do in an office? Well, I guess you could get up and do a little like a lunge stretch, if you don't feel awkward doing that.
The
Or
runner's
just
lunge
tilting.
would be quite. It's
I mean, you can do it in an office, but you
okay.
might feel a bit awkward.
Maybe. Depends how desperate you are to stretch out that hip.
Yeah. Or like if when you're sitting, you can tilt your pelvis backwards and forwards and just get it moving. So it's not really a stretch, but it's just getting the lower back and the spine moving just to ease the muscles tightening up.
Yeah.
I would
That
say
sounds quite a good one, actually.
yeah. If your back is sore, it's quite nice just to get that movement. And you can also do twists just to stop the muscles stiffening up. The best thing is probably just to get up and move. So you're not sitting. And then when you are at home or if you want to go to the bathroom, like to the toilet and just stretch, you can do without lying down.
Yeah. So that hip rolling one you were saying, that's a good one to do. You can do that standing up or sitting down, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's quite.
When we're sat down, we're very stationary, and it all just. I know for me, because of my own back problems, it all just clumps up, and then when I move, it's like.
Yeah. Also, when people sit a lot, they kind of start hunching forwards. So what you can do is just have a big stretch and just stretch back and just arch the back, and just sometimes you'll hear your spine cracking, but it's a nice movement because you don't always like stretch backwards. And again, it's just stretching the muscles because they're sitting in the same position the whole day. So
yeah. Wonderful. So there's some really great little tips there to do. Now, I always advise people, because I love my fitness as well, is to just get up, and even if it's just for 3 minutes, do some gentle stretching and incorporate it into like throughout the day, so your body doesn't become static and hunched up, especially like Ceza said, when we're all hunched over the desk. It's having that awareness of your body, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And your alignment and where you're coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you have any tips or exercises, or not even exercise, do you have any tips that you give to people that are not aware of their body, that are very hunched over? So awareness is my favorite word.
Well, awareness is really important, and I notice a lot of people aren't very aware of their bodies or what their bodies are doing in class. It's about teaching yourself to be aware and reminding yourself. At the start, you have to consciously think, okay, what am I doing? How am I sitting? And like if you do exercise, it really helps you become aware of your body because you're moving and you need to know what you're moving. So it's about just, it depends what helps. If you want to put a little reminder on your phone that pops up to say, oh, check your posture, how are you sitting? And then you can just go, oh, am I hunched over? Do I need to get up and walk around? It takes time to learn to become aware, and it's a conscious thing at the start. You need to consciously think, well, what am I doing? How am I sitting? And sometimes having a mirror helps, just so you can see what you're doing. I'd say do some kind of fitness, because that really helps you become aware of your body. And then as that awareness grows, it will help in the office.
I would greatly recommend Pilates. and especially with Ceza. Ceza's wonderful, but you're based in Glasgow, aren't you, Ceza?
Yeah.
Which is quite a long trek. Do you do anything online for people? Do you do anything? You do.
At the moment, I do one-to-one Pilates online. So it's done by like Zoom, so they can see what I'm doing and I can see what they're doing, and I can correct them. Obviously, I can't physically do it, but I can say what I need to say. Yeah. So at the moment, it's just one-to-one. I don't have any group online classes.
Okay, well that's really good because people can get more benefit from having that one-to-one, and really, you know, because you're there and you can see their alignment and stuff. That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that, because when I first started doing Pilates, I was very much, well, I had the physio for 2 years who was showing me all of the alignments and how to really correct my body. So I was very, very aware of the positioning, and I'm very tuned into my muscles and my body as a whole in general. So I knew when I wasn't in alignment. And then I started using the mirror when I was doing the home-based Pilates. And then I started going to a class just to check that my alignment was still good. But I think I would have loved to have a one-to-one, you know, instructor on the computer to guide me. That would have been really good.
Yeah, and it's good if you can't get away or you can't get to a class because it fits in with your schedule. You can do at home. Or if you have a baby and you need to stay at home, at least you know that if you have to run off and check on the baby, you can. Which is good. Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, for a lot of mums is fitting in having fitness when you have a baby. So, because I'm a mum of 4 and I found it so challenging, and it is working around having the baby and the nap times and but I should be doing this, I should be doing that. So I can't give myself that time. But even just, you know, if you take that 5 minutes for you, or 3 to 5 minutes, and do the stretching and build yourself up slowly, that's a really good way, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, even if you do a short amount of exercise, at least just taking that time out to just allow your body to repair, because, you know, you've had a baby, it needs to kind of recover from that, and you need to strengthen all the muscles, you know, your pelvic floor, your core muscles. So it just helps you recover so that you don't have problems in the future. And also,
sorry,
I was just going to say, with Pilates, with Pilates, what's nice about it is it's almost like meditative. So you're so focused on your body, you're not thinking about the 101 things you have to do, which then relaxes you and calms you down, which is really important, especially if you've got a young child or lots of children. Yeah.
And coming from that place of calmness and being centered in yourself reflects out into everyone around you, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Ceza, do you work with women who have just had babies? Do you do a postnatal Pilates plan?
I don't have a specific postnatal plan, but I have worked with clients one-to-one who've had children recently, and then with the one-to-one classes, it's much easier to tailor it to that specific person and their body and their needs and their recovery. So there's no specific plan in place, but I can put a plan together, basically.
Okay. But do you have any one amazing tip that you can give new mums that have just had a baby?
I guess be aware of your body, because new mums are very active. They're bending, they're picking up the child, they're you know, there's a lot of lifting and lowering, which can, and your muscles have weakened because of having to give, you know, when you go into labour, it loosens up all your muscles because of the hormones. So it's really important to, if you can, spend some time just focusing on those core muscles and your pelvic floor, because that helps stabilize the back muscles. So just thinking about bringing the belly, so you can, what they can do is lie on the floor with their feet bent, or their legs bent, feet down, and just focus on bringing the belly button to the spine and pulling up the pelvic floor. So imagine they're stopping themselves peeing. Stopping themselves peeing. So it's just to bring those muscles back in and strengthen them. Yeah, I think that would really help.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really good one. But that's a really good exercise for any woman to do as well, isn't it? Doing the pelvic floors.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also actually good for men as well. It's not just women, because the pelvic floor, it does affect the lower back, and you know, there's lots of benefits to having a strong pelvic floor for both sexes. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about it from a man's point of view, but I suppose, because it helps tighten those muscles.
Yeah, exactly. And most people don't think about men and
pelvic. Excellent.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's amazing. Now, you said you were going to do a little visualization for us?
Yes. So this is to do more, I'm just going to get into it. So shall I just...
Yep, we love visualizations. We love.
Okay. So I'm going to get you to close your eyes and to imagine a year in the future, and you're living an authentic life, doing what you love, being yourself without hiding behind a mask, and you are living just as you. So I want you to first imagine that you're at work, and this is a job you've always wanted to do. You love doing it. You look forward to go to work, and it doesn't even feel like work. And I want you to really imagine where you are and what you are doing. So what does your perfect job involve? So what do you do every day? Who do you work with? And how good do you feel doing that job? And I want you to really see it. I want you to picture it. So when you're sitting or standing or whatever you're doing, what do you see? What does it smell like? What are you hearing? And really pinpoint those little details, and you feel good and you're happy. I just want you to really imagine that. And then at the end of your workday, you're leaving your workplace, and whether that's an office, a study in your house, the beach, wherever, you are switching off and you're going home. When you get home, your friend has thrown you a surprise party. And your friends are there, your family are there, your partner or your children are there. And I want you to think about who you would love to have at this party. And I imagine you are still being authentic to who you are. So you are interacting with everyone, being completely yourself. So you're not hiding behind any masks. You don't change who you are according to who you are talking to. You don't hide parts of you because you are worried what they will think. You are just you. And you accept yourself fully, and you love who you are, and you don't worry about the opinions of anyone else. You are confident, you know your passion and purpose in life, and you are living the life you love with the people you love. And you are just happy, and you're interacting, and you're having a great time. I want you to really feel how that feels, being truly yourself and not worrying what anyone else will think, and you are just surrounded by the people you love. And really feel that throughout your whole body, filling up all the cells in your body and shining out, because you are you and you are not hiding any part of you. And I want you to just let you shine out to the world. And then when you've really got a feeling of that, I want you to make sure that stays with you all day. And when you're ready to open your eyes.
Wow. I just felt my energy go, whoop. That was really good. I hope you guys watching this have just felt that. That was amazing. Thank you, Ceza.
That's okay.
Wow. And whatever your vision that you had in your future, you can do it. You can do it. It's about making those tiny little steps every day. You know, so often people think I need to go out and, especially on a fitness point of view, they think I need to go out and run 5 miles every day when they've never done any fitness. And it's not, it's about taking those little baby steps, connecting to yourself and just implementing little bits every day, because over the course of a week and a month, those little tiny steps are going to be pushing the momentum in the right way and fusing the bigger picture that you want to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ceza, for being here. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we end our call today?
I don't think so. I just want to say thank you very much for having me on the call. And to everyone out there, just go and live the life you want and do what you need to do to be happy. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Ceza. It's been wonderful. So I'd like to say thank you to Ceza Ouzounian from ceza.co.uk. And yeah, from you guys listening, thank you for being here and supporting us. Yes, and we love you so much. Go and have a wonderful day. And Ceza, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
It's been amazing. So we will see you next week, guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye.